Welcome everybody back to the.
There.
Either way, you can look here, look there. Yeah, welcome back. Thanks for watching. Tonight we're going to be talking with this is Tanner Bradshaw. We've known each other for a long time. We'll get into that.
Elementary school.
Yeah.
5th grade, buddy.
Was that?
Pioneer Elementary.
That was the first year we were together, 5th grade?
I think so. Pioneer.
You were in the Valley. Were you guys in the Valley before
Way
that?
before, but we never, one year they moved our street, that Fairview Lane that me and Dave lived on, to Pioneer. And that's how it all began, Vance.
That's how it all began.
And then they moved us right back to Greenfield. They're like, we don't want these idiots anymore. Send them back.
Well, that was my first question that I was given by an anonymous
Source.
Wanted me to
5th
ask
grade.
you.
I don't think we knew each other before that.
No, they wanted me to ask you who the best looking girlfriend you had in 5th grade was. Who was that?
Well,
was there more than one in 5th grade?
You dated a lot of people in the 5th grade.
Anyways.
I think I dated her friend. Didn't I date Annie too at some point? Yes. See?
Oh, Annie.
I got around, buddy.
I didn't get around.
We played marbles on the field. That's about the extent of it, but.
With your girlfriends?
Yeah.
Nice.
I wasn't changing my plans, let's put it that way. There's a lot of sports involved in our dating.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. My wife was.
Yeah, I can't.
Hoping she was going to be.
Well, I can't say that. Like, what am I? Yeah, your wife is super hot. I don't think
that's awkward.
I don't think that's. That's not in the rules.
We're talking 5th grade here, though. 5th grade. 5th grade. She was. Yeah, I was too afraid to talk to any girls in.
Yeah, they're
5th grade. Yeah. I had some girlfriends, but it was like, you never even talked to them.
That was not required.
They were just your girlfriend.
Yeah, we were girlfriend.
But you never talked to them.
It was acknowledged. You want to go out? Yeah. Good.
And that was it.
We're going out now. See you at recess.
That's where it ended.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dang it. Well, shoot. Yeah, So, me and Tanner went to school together, and my wife, Jennifer. We all, elementary, junior high,
yeah, from
high
then
school.
on, it was all levels.
Crazy. Well, let's go way back. So, did you grow up in the Valley?
I grew up on Greenfield and Williamsfield, which is now Santan Mall. Right under the freeway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was born in Nevada, and then we stayed there till I was 5. So I remember a little bit of it. And then we moved to Mesa, built the house on Greenfield and Williamsville, and we're there for
forever.
Ever. Moved to Fairview, then moved back to the Orchard on Greenfield, and long time.
So you were born
Since
in
I was 5.
Where in Nevada were you born?
Reno.
Yeah.
And like I said, I remember pieces. When I was 5, we were out of there.
Yeah.
So 1st grade was my first year here.
Okay. So you went to Greenfield Junior High? Or Greenfield?
We went to Mesa first, so I was in Emerson Eagle. No, that's what we were.
Emerson? At Pioneer?
No.
Or the Prospectors?
No, when I went back to I think Emerson is the one on Greenfield and Elliott. This was a Mesa school, I don't remember. But anyway.
Nice.
No, we weren't that. It was Greenfield Gators. That's what we were.
The Greenfield Gators. Nice. Um, how many siblings you have? You have
I have 6 sisters and 3 brothers, so there's 10 of us. 4 older sisters, and all my brothers are younger.
okay. So 4 older sisters, and then you. So you're
Yeah.
kind of in the
I'm right in the
middle?
middle with 4 older sisters.
okay.
And I have 3 daughters now, so. Tell you what.
How
Maybe I just in that sentence described probably why I'm single. Like, oh, I'm doing that math together. Like,
Dang it. So how was your relationship with your sisters growing up? Like, did you guys
Pretty
get
good.
along, or you?
no, we got along pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, they used to pick on me a little bit, but
Were you guys all pretty close together, like in age, or?
2 years. So I had 4 older sisters. We were all 2 years pretty much down the line, and then between me and my next live brother, my mom had a stillborn baby, so there was 4 years between me and my brother,
Oh.
and so
So they were on like the 2 year every 2 years.
yeah, knocking them out.
Nice.
So it would have almost balanced out if he lived. We would have had 4 boys, but
Okay.
and then six girls.
So you were 2. You probably don't even remember any of that, huh? With the sibling that passed. That
No, I don't. No,
You're,
nope.
yeah. Shoot. Well, awesome. How about your relationship with your brothers? You probably picked on them like crazy since you were the older
No,
brother.
we weren't really like that. So the problem was, and here's why I think I can find a lot of solutions in this little conversation. I couldn't hit my sisters, like I didn't ever do that because
Yeah.
they're older. But
Right.
then my next younger brother is 4 years younger. So when you're that small, that's a big difference. So I couldn't hit my younger brothers either. So it's just me having to take in all this frustration with these idiots on both sides of me. And I think that's why I just chose to go fight on my own fence.
Dang it. Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But now, for the most part, we got along, But yeah, you
Yeah.
had those times. I've been slapped a lot by a lot of my sisters.
Yeah. You probably deserved it too, though. Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably no question about that.
Right.
But yeah, no, I didn't pick on my brothers too much. I didn't. That was not my thing.
So was your younger brother then, like when we were seniors, was he a freshman or no? Was he,
Yeah, let's see.
or was he still?
No, I was all by myself at the school then.
Yeah.
My sister Shayla was with us for I think till sophomore year, so my junior and senior year, I was alone. Then my brother came the next year, I think, and he might have went.
Yeah.
No, he did go to Gilbert. He didn't go to Highland.
Nice.
But yeah, 2 years by myself to destroy our family reputation at the Gilbert High School.
Destroy. No.
After all
No
my
way.
fantastic sisters. The teachers all love them. That's not true. The teachers love me too, but
For different reasons.
it was a little different relationship.
For different reasons. So, as a student, how were you? I don't know. Did you enjoy
Pretty
school
good.
or yeah?
Yeah, I did good in school. A/B student.
Nice. Right on.
I'm only dumb now. Used to be super smart.
Oh my goodness.
I stopped studying after high school.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Dang it.
But yeah, A/B student. I was always on there's 2 lists, back in our day. I don't know how. So there was the real good one, the straight A's.
Yeah.
I was always on the next one
The
with the B class students.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure that I was even on that list. I think I might have been. I don't know. I wasn't great, but yeah. I had some help with some of my classes.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
Yeah, I struggled with a few classes, but anyways, um, oh, you played sports in junior high, high school.
Yeah, all when I was a
Fo-
kid, and then I didn't in high school because I was just burnt out. Because
You didn't play, huh? You didn't play sports in high school?
I played basketball freshman year and then volleyball our senior year, and that's it.
Right.
I just was
I thought you were playing football. You didn't play football.
1 year, and
The freshman year?
freshman year.
I think I played freshman year also, and then I kind of did the same thing. I was like,
I just burnt out. Just done with all the sports, and then the only reason I played volleyball senior year is because they never had it,
yeah,
and so I was like, "Oh, I'll go try that. That'll be
right
fun."
on.
And yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
They the volleyball was not ready for a guy like me yet, because I would go and talk trash right at the net, right before the game started.
oh yeah.
You know, you're this far away from
Mm-hmm.
the guy at the net, so I'd just start whispering stuff to him, just talking trash, and they would just be looking at me like they'd be looking around for someone to do something. Cause
Someone
there's
to
this
step
crazy
in?
yeah, there's this crazy person saying horrible things to them, and I would just say it quiet because the refs were on the end, so I would just like this, talking like this, like hey, just horrible things. So then a few games into the season, people started telling these refs and coaches. So then they wouldn't even hear me. They just see my mouth moving at the net, and they'd be like, "Hey," they'd warn me, and then they give me yellow card because it's like soccer, you know, you get
Are you
yellow
serious?
cards and red cards.
How did you even play then? You would have been getting a red card every game. No?
I had a few. The most they ever went was a yellow card, and then
Okay.
I'd tone it back unless something happened. And then after the game, when we were walking through line, I would let whoever the kid was that ratted me out, I would give him the business when the game was over.
Nice. Oh man.
Yeah, so
Nice.
it was super fun because I'm telling you, apparently volleyball was not the trash talking sport.
No. Probably like golf, huh?
I wore shorts, and then they had the big bulky knee pads.
Oh, yeah.
And then I would wear soccer socks all the way up my leg under my knee pads.
Nice.
And they were blue, light blue.
What?
And people they would come just to watch me talk trash, and I'd have these socks on. And then like 5 games into the season again, Mrs. Duty was the whatever some part of the athletics, or remember Pam Duty?
Yeah.
But she comes in, I'm getting my ankles taped up, and she's like, "You can't wear those socks anymore." I was like, "What are you talking about?" I go, "People come just to watch my socks." Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
why couldn't I? She's like, "They don't match, and they don't show tiger pride." And I'm like,
Right.
"Whatever, man." I was like, she's like, "If you wear them, you're not playing." I was like, "Good luck with that." I was like, "Tell Miss Boone that." Miss Boone was a coach, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." So I start every game, and you're not gonna let me play because I have blue socks on? Like, that's the craziest thing I ever heard. Well,
had to
then
be
guess
different.
who wasn't wearing the blue socks, Vance? Because they cut that right off. I went out, and Miss Boone was like, "Did you hear?" I'm like, "Are you serious? You're gonna
What?
make me take my socks off?" She's like, "I have to."
Oh
So
man.
yeah, that was the end of my blue socks,
Dang it.
but not the trash talk. But yeah, good times.
Yeah.
It was fun playing volleyball.
How'd you guys do? I don't even remember.
This is the way I put it, because none of us played volleyball. Like, it was a
Right.
whole team of there was like 2 guys that ever played.
Right. It was like a whole new, yeah.
Yeah, so nobody played. So with that being said, I think we probably won like half of our games.
Okay. Nice.
And so it was a good showing. But they were boys like Brophy Prep. I remember
Oh,
they were year-round volleyball players.
they were always good. Yeah.
And dude, they would spike those balls, and your wrist would just hurt from blocking them.
Wow. Yeah.
But I didn't tell them that.
They were good at track also. Brophy Prep always had
Yeah.
some of the best. Crazy.
So here's my plug for keeping men out of women's sports too. So they did a challenge. Our girls volleyball team was always good, right?
Right.
Remember back
Yeah.
in the day, they were always
Yeah.
good. Miss
Yeah.
Boone coached them too.
Yep.
So they're like, we're gonna at our shoot, what's our pep rally?
Pepper, yeah.
We're gonna have you guys play each other, and we're like, we're gonna destroy you. Like we'll kill you.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we're so good, because they're like, yeah, we've been to state, all the stuff, And we're like, are we playing on your net or our net? Because the girls' net's lower. Like,
What?
yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know how much, but it's
Okay.
lower.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, our net, so we can do some stuff too. And I was like, oh, you're not going to do anything. Like,
You guys don't even have to jump.
yeah,
like,
it's going to be like playing my little brother on a mini hoop on the door. You know what I mean? Like, no, that's not the way it's going down.
Yeah.
So we played, and we were just destroying them. And by all means, they were better than us. And
Yeah.
if you went down and just did skill for skill,
Yeah.
they'd have killed us. But you put us on a lower net, Aaron Williams and the Claires and me, like
Yeah.
we were just pounding
don't
this
stand a
ball down.
chance.
You don't stand a
No.
chance, and we just destroyed them. They're like, so yeah, that's why men can't play in women's sports. Everybody,
Yeah.
we learned that in '94.
We learned that way back, and now it's a new thing now.
Yeah, the battle's back now, I
Yeah.
guess.
Dang it.
But I could have told them how that was going to turn out.
Nice. Oh man. Well, right on. So, so basketball and volleyball. That's all you.
That's
I
it.
could have swore you.
I have a letter for volleyball, a sport that I never played in
Nice.
my life except for 1 year. That's what I have a letter in high
That's
school.
awesome.
Is volleyball.
Nice. That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Very cool. Nice. Oh man. So we graduate. Did you make it through? I know some people got hauled out of our graduation, didn't they, for goofing off? And I don't remember.
I was not in good shape at that graduation.
No, not in good shape.
Nope,
Dang it.
but I made it through. There's a lot of people. Here's a funny story about that. So my mom, we weren't boozing buddies when I was a kid, me and my mom. So I shouldn't tell this story because people know my mom, but here we go.
No.
So I'm in my cap and gown coming up our stairs, and she's just posted up in her usual TV watching spot in the basement,
Yeah.
And so I go early, to do whatever we had to do, and
Yeah.
I pass her on the couch, and she's like, you don't care if I'm there or not, do you? I was like, no. And she was like, okay. And so I left. And so my mom was not at my graduation. Now, here's the funny part.
No. Yeah.
She swears to everybody to this day she was there. And I'm like, that's not true, first of all. Like, there was a literal conversation. And second of all, I have pictures with everyone that was there. You take the family photos.
Yep.
How are you not in one? You're my mom. Like, I'm sure you would have ended up in one picture.
Right.
No video evidence.
She.
And also, she told me that she wasn't going. But she still thinks she was there. And I'm like, well, that's just not true.
Oh, that. Dang it.
So,
Huh.
yeah.
So everyone else was there though.
No,
Oh,
we're
no.
we're not a big rah. My dad was there, and I think a couple of my brothers, my sisters.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nice.
that's the way. Again, it wasn't that big a deal that my mom wasn't. It wasn't like
Yeah.
I went to school and cried for an hour. Like, oh, I can't. Yeah,
I can't believe.
we're good.
Yeah.
That's the way our
Nice.
family rolls.
Nice. Right on. Awesome. What did your dad do for work? I don't even.
He at that point was still doing insurance, so he sold
Oh, okay.
insurance.
Nice.
And then he did some real estate. Man, was he doing real estate then? Oh, he was doing real estate then.
Oh,
So he
okay.
was doing real estate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what happened after high school then? Where
This is where it's gonna go off the rails, dude. I don't know how deep of a dive you want to go.
I want to go however deep of a dive you want to take us.
I chose I just went off the rails. I partied
Huh.
a lot, all the time. I went to work at Brown and Brown,
Oh,
and
nice,
I was
nice.
doing parts and stuff there,
Okay.
and just met a bunch of people that just introduced me to a lot of things, and they really took off.
Nice. Right on.
So
Right on.
that was, yeah, I was not preparing myself for adulthood in the proper way. Let's just say that.
Were you living at home still, working at Brown and Brown, or had you moved
Yeah,
out?
no,
You
I
was
I was
at the
living at
house?
home. I was be there about like my kids, except I never asked my parents for money because I did have a job at least.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah, and so
How long were you at Brown and Brown?
oh man, a long time. Went through parts. Then I got a job with a guy in sales, and it helped. He was like one of the wholesale guys, so they'd sell. Him and his partner would sell cars, and I'd just go and move around all their stuff and get cars and,
Oh,
and
okay.
just keep their that side of it moving while they saw customers.
So you weren't doing like the cars, like a car salesman.
No, and
Okay.
then I met Andrew Brown, and I started working for him. He did the wholesale at Brown and Brown Chevy.
Okay.
And then I started being his assistant, and then
Nice.
we went and we wholesaled cars at that time. Brown and Brown had 3 stores, 2 Nissan stores, and a Chevy store.
Yeah.
They built one there, but him and I did all the wholesale there for a lot of years.
A lot of years.
Yeah.
Are they still around, like Brown and Brown Chevrolet?
So they
or?
sold like 96 or something. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
Around that time, because it was after high school for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
They sold when AutoNation was just buying up dealerships all
Oh.
over the whole country. That
Okay.
Wayne Huizinga guy.
Yeah.
So he bought Brown and Brown, and then kept that name on them. They're switching all the rest to AutoNation, but the name was so well known they kept it on.
Yeah.
And then AutoNation took it over, and then Henry had a non-compete, so he didn't have another dealership. But
Yeah.
I mean, Ruber's, you get $500 million and $500 million in 96, 97, 98.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah. They were doing.
So I
they
think
were
he
doing
lived
good.
off that for a while.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then when his
Yeah, yeah.
non-compete was up, they started Henry Brown on Val Vista.
Okay.
So that's where
All
it
right.
is right now.
Nice.
But yeah, those were,
So you were there for quite a while then.
yeah, quite a while.
What did you do after that?
Then
Because I mean, after high school, I
yeah, we didn't
I
see
kind
each other at all.
of lost connection with everybody. I think
Yeah.
I don't know. I had like three or four friends that I was really close with, and even then we kind of
Yeah, you lose
Anyways,
contact.
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
we-
So
I went and drove truck at a nursery, and then just delivering local
Yeah.
around town,
hmm
and then I don't know, came up here. Yeah,
Okay.
came up here and started working up here.
Nice. You had some kids in there at some point.
I did. That was a Brown and Brown.
So while you were at Brown and Brown, okay.
Yeah, you might have to block out or not talk about my kids because they always get pissed at me because I talk about them too much.
Well, we don't have to say their names, or I don't know. Yeah,
Well, if somebody's watching this, I'm sure they know my kids.
that's
But
true.
my kids get mad at me because you've heard me in church. Like I don't hold back. Like
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
Apparently, my kids don't appreciate that very much.
Well, we don't have to talk about them. Just the fact that they exist.
Yes, they do exist. I have a daughter
Yep.
that's 21 and a new grandbaby who's 4 months, and that's awesome.
Oh, sweet.
And then I have twins that are almost 18, and I got a little Max that's almost 15. So yeah,
That's
we got
awesome.
a crew.
Nice. How was it having twins?
Right
Like,
now, at this
Well,
very
no,
moment in time,
no,
it's horrible.
no. No, I mean when they were little. I can't
Nah.
imagine having twins.
So
That's got to be crazy.
I did it all by myself, but the honest truth about it is you already, if you have one, the extra one doesn't know it. They're just there. Like you changed 2 diapers instead of 1, so it wasn't like.
So which one of the twins was the extra one? No, I'm
Well,
just kidding.
Anna came out first, so Ashley would lag behind but it was C-section, so they pulled Ashley out first. Yes, so Anna, because Anna was older.
Okay.
So C-sections, that's awesome to watch if you're into that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Our second one was a C-section, and that was wild.
Did you watch?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was pretty. That's one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life. Like watching a woman awake, full conversation on one side of a sheet, while you're looking over the other side, and
Yeah.
literally the pieces of her insides are getting laid on a table, and a baby's getting pulled out, and you're talking to the one like.
Yeah. That's wild.
That's wild, man. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was awesome.
Yeah. They're so quick too. It's like like
they're done in probably not even 2 minutes. They get those things
over.
out. They're done.
Yeah, that's wild.
See you later.
Dang it. So right from the beginning, you were raising them on your own?
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
Pretty much.
We had a little bit of the go back and forth in court with my oldest was Amber. The twins were next, but
Yeah.
after Amber, they were just mine. Their mom was
Right on.
not living a life to support kids.
Yeah.
So
So you've been doing this. Wow. That's
21 years, probably
That's awesome.
legitimately at least 19 years of that. Yeah.
wow. That's wild. It's impressive.
I don't know if it is.
I think it is. I don't know that I could.
Nobody thinks it. You all could. Like, everyone can do it. You could probably do it a lot better than me. Like,
I
I'm
don't know
definitely on
about
the low end of the bar of parenting skills. But hey, they're alive. They get fed, so we're good.
When I just had to watch one of our boys, it was rough. I don't know.
There's
I
a
can't
lot
imagine.
of there's a lot of dads that can't do it because they're not made to do it.
Right.
Like that's different than saying I can't do it. Like if you
Yeah.
had to do it, you could for
Yeah.
sure do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you figure out a way, I guess. Oh, crazy. So after Brown and Brown driving truck for a nursery, then you came up here?
Yeah, I don't remember something before that. I got out of there. I had never even heard of Taylor, but my parents had just moved up here,
Okay.
and they had a property over there. They just moved out, but
Yeah.
so they were up here. I'm looking one day. I do have Max. Max was just born, so I have all 4 of my kids, and their younger Amber was like 12
Yeah.
or maybe 11 because we've been here for 10 years or so.
Yeah.
So I just had all my kids, and we lived in a place that was fine on Pecos and about Wrecker.
Uh-huh.
And I was looking at my kids one day, and they were just stuck in this track home backyard
Yeah.
in the town where we grew up. Like,
Yeah. Which had
and
changed a
it
lot.
just flipped my switch. Like, I don't want my kids to grow up in this stupid concrete backyard.
Right. Yeah.
And so I
Yep.
see you later.
Yeah.
Because I want them just to be able to run. But turns out phones were coming up real hot. I don't know if anybody knows about these yet. They're brand new product, but I have found that you can have all the room in the world, and these kids don't care because of those travesties.
Yeah. It's horrible.
So-
It's horrible. Dang it. Yeah, Gilbert changed so much from like 90, even before we graduated in 94.
Yeah, it was
But-
it was coming at that point. It was kind of that was kind of the start of it, I think.
Yeah.
And then it
just went crazy.
it's
Not even this.
I don't like it very much.
No, we go down there occasionally, and It's so different.
It's rare that I don't go down and come back the same day, which is also something I hate. Like that I don't like. I don't mind the drive,
Yeah.
but doing the same day sucks. But I hate it so bad there. I don't care. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm in. Let's go.
Yeah. 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 I think that's what drew us to here as well. Is that Taylor felt like Gilbert did when we were growing up,
Yeah.
and we were like,
Yeah, it's just open.
This is nice.
Nice. Everybody's got,
Yeah.
a little bit of land. All the homes are different. They're not all the same.
Not all the same
house.
house.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Do your kids love it up here?
So
It's probably mixed feelings on different days.
in the beginning, so when it first happened, I remember specifically because I was so happy. Amber was my oldest. The other kids, they didn't care. They didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? But Amber came up in my lap. It was after the first summer here because now she's, at my parents, snakes and rabbits and all this stuff. There's just all this stuff for a kid.
Yeah.
And so she came up one night and just climbed up on my lap and was like, "This was the best summer ever." And I was like, "Oh, good. Like, you're getting it."
Nice.
But I'm telling you, man, downfall
Crept in and
it jacks them up. My kids stole phones,
Yeah.
which is fine. I probably would have done the same thing. Like I never got them a phone,
Yeah.
but because of the Wi-Fi and all this stuff, and my bad parenting, like my kids always had a phone. Because I just had I have known, even though had a clue of how horrible they were, I probably would have fought a little harder and been more diligent in keeping them out. But man, I had no clue what these are.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's kind of how we were with or how I was with. I liked playing video games when our kids were little, and it kind of turned into just a way to keep your kids occupied. I don't know, but you don't realize at the time how
just the access, the dopamines.
Yeah.
They can't watch a whole show, and I don't want to make it into a thing about phones, but
No.
if it's more than 30 seconds, like they're out.
Right.
Like their brain is ready for the next click of juice that they can get off the phone, and
Darn it.
it's an addiction that we didn't even know existed, and most of the kids don't even know they have.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's my spiel on
Dang it.
phones. And my kids are not horrible kids.
No.
They're still
No.
nice people. And they're fine, and they do all the kid
They're not
stuff.
any
They're
different.
teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fine. But I'm just, this is what I noticed. So I know that.
Yeah. Well, shoot. So what did you do when you first came up here then? What were you doing?
Let me think. My brother-in-law, luckily, the power plant that I work at, my brother-in-law runs, and so I think he just got me a job.
Nice.
There. No, he didn't. The sawmill opened up over there. The Reed had started a sawmill,
Oh.
and the power plant was kind of part of it. And so I helped him build that thing, and then I ran a piece of machinery over there for a while.
Okay.
And then my brother-in-law hired me over onto the power plant.
Nice.
So, yeah, got right in and did some logging stuff, which I had never done, which was cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool business. Our work, we burn biomass. It's weird that most of our town doesn't even know what we do. We're the only biomass power plant in Arizona.
Yeah.
And so our mountain, we clean up all the waste. Any logger, when they sign a contract for land, if they're in this certain area that can reach us, they have to bring all that to us when we burn it. So there's no waste and piles and stuff left in the forest. Now there still is. It depends on, again, distance, because you have to let everybody make money, and you can only go so far with the semis before you just start losing money.
So that's like in their contract though, when they get the.
Yeah, they got to bring all that stuff.
They got to bring all the.
Because that's what we're trying to keep these forests clean. Our fires, our fire season is way better. We still have fires, but we're able to put them out quicker.
Yeah.
Because we have good fire lines, we've thinned out the forests, and there's still some to do.
Yeah.
But we haven't had a rodeo Tedeschi. We haven't had any of those.
Right.
Last year, Flagstaff, or not last year, a couple years ago, Flagstaff was catching on fire all the time. Remember, and they
Yeah.
burned for
Yeah.
weeks.
Yep.
We caught fire on that same thing, but ours only burned for days because there was breaks and things. So
Nice.
that's what we're doing to our mountain up here. So
Nice.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
And that's called Novo Power?
Novo Power. Yep.
Novo Power. Nice. So you guys were, how were they linked with the paper mill? Or were they not?
They are only in physical building. We shared some of the building with the paper mill.
Okay.
So then they were in there in that transition of when the paper mill closed. But now we own all of it. No, we don't. That's not true. We own parts of the old paper mill. It's kind of weird mapped out, and somebody else owns the rest of it.
I thought, did they not tear that whole place down, or?
They've had several companies there, but not all of it. There's still structure there,
Okay.
lots of it, but some of it is for sure gone.
Nice. So you've been out there for a while now.
Probably the same,
So what do you
8-9 years probably.
what do you do out there exactly? Like what's your?
I'm a safety manager, which is
That's scary.
very ironic.
No, I'm just
For
kidding.
anybody who knows me, when I tell them that, they're just like, people that knew me as a kid, they're like,
You're
"Wait,
what?
Like, oh, that sounds great, but you're the guy. You're the guy? Like, I don't know. I'm not really sure that,
You're
so,
the safety guy.
yeah, like, but it's different, Hey,
Yeah.
it's your job. You gotta let the people live.
You gotta take it serious. So do you guys have like one of those boards that says how many days since your last significant
There
incident?
are ones of those that are left over from the paper mill.
Do they all say 0 days?
Yeah, and they're all 0 days.
0 days. We just had another incident.
Yeah.
No.
This year was actually a horrible year for us. Like, we've never had any injury. You get the thumb smash, whatever, the little stupid things.
Yeah.
But this year we've had a couple pretty significant accidents.
Yeah.
So,
Dang it.
yeah, my job performance is not through the roof right now. It's been a real bad year for the safety guy.
There might be a job opening.
Yeah.
No.
Check your local listings, everybody.
Might be a job opening at Novo Power here shortly. No. Darn it. So how, we don't need to get into too technical here, but how did they take the biomass and turn that into power? I mean, real basic.
I'll give it to you real basic because I don't know anything about it. So when they talk to me about it, I'm like, remember who you're talking to. Like, I'm here to save people's lives. I'm not here to make power.
That's it. Yeah.
Not interested. But it is cool. So anyways, now they bring the forest waste in semis. It's already grinded down into chips,
Okay.
So we get it down to that point. It comes in, they pile it up. We've got a big old pusher. I wish I could show you this stuff because it's kind of cool, but
Yeah.
so it makes these big old piles. We got a guy in there, and then it just goes up this belt system up to what is a boiler, and it goes into this boiler through these chutes, and in that boiler is sand that fluidizes. There's a constant wall of fire. It's all liquid sand, and pretty cool,
Really?
and it burns at like 13 to 1400 degrees. They burn burn it, get it super hot. Then it goes through all these tubes
Okay.
in this cooling process, and somehow the steam got over to the turbine, and the steam
Oh,
turns the turbine,
Okay.
and that's how we make power. Here's an interesting fun fact. If you've driven by it, mostly if you're from this town or wherever you're watching from, when you see, in any other power plant for that matter, you drive by them and you see the big plumes of smoke, and you're just like, look at the pollution, because nobody knows.
Right.
Well, here's a secret. That is steam, and it is clean as clean can be.
Really?
It's not the vent for the bad air. It is 100% steam.
It's just steam.
Yeah, but if you don't know, you're just like,
Yeah.
look at that horrible
Just
pollution.
polluting like crazy.
Yeah. Nope, it's just
Dang
steam.
it.
The dirty parts are sneaking out the back that you can't even see. No, I'm just kidding.
So you guys aren't in like at risk for being like shut down like these other power plants, right? Or
Right now, it's actually booming because, like I
Oh,
said, we're
good.
the only ones here, and
Yeah.
we do what we do very well. Our
Yeah.
guys at the plant, we ran last year. And this we have a shutdown twice a year to fix stuff that you can't fix on the fly. So
Right.
twice a week or twice a
Twice a
year
year.
for a week we're shut down.
Yeah.
So even with that included, I think we ran. How many days are in a year? 365? 365. So we ran like 354 days,
Wow.
which is unheard of for a power plant.
Yeah.
Like unheard of.
Wow.
And so we do it at a high level. We do.
And then you guys.
Well, also not me. I don't do any of that. I just make sure nobody dies. So all of the high level stuff, I'm out on that.
That's someone else.
That's for somebody else. But those guys do it real well.
So do you guys just sell the power then to like?
That's it. Yep.
To
Goes on the
APS or
grid, and it's not a significant amount. We're a small plant. We make 38 megawatts, which is tiny. The big SRP and those guys are making. I don't even know what the units are.
Right.
But it's way higher than our stuff. Like our 38 megs, they'll make that in like 30 seconds. Like it's that kind of a comparison.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's small,
But
for what we're doing for our community, up here in this mountain, you want to talk about green energy, actually doing something for the climate and not just the solar and whatever, all this stuff. Like we're actually cleaning up our environment.
Nice.
So the stuff that does come out of our stack, the dirty stuff, because we get tested by the EPA.
Right.
If you were to and they have these tests, if you were to let that same product that we take in and burn out in the forest in a forest fire, tens of thousands of not like tens of thousands times more dirty than what comes out of our chute. And we still get hassled by the EPA. It's the craziest crock of poop you've ever heard of. Like, you guys are idiots. Like, just go burn it in the forest then and do your test, because like, why even giving us slack?
Right.
Get out of our face, you idiots. Go let it burn in the forest, and forest fires are expensive.
Oh yeah.
So like there's a lot of benefits to what we do.
Nice. That's awesome. Awesome. Well, sweet. Well, cool. Let's can we talk about part of your journey through life? I know we've talked about this before, but I find it very quite an awesome story. I don't know. Can we talk about that some? Kind of. You were raised LDS.
Yes.
Kind of chose or just life.
I can run you through that.
Yeah,
you
run us through it if that's
LDS
all right.
part of my life.
Well,
and the not so LDS.
This isn't like an LDS podcast, but
I can give you my story without that.
I don't. Yeah.
I was the typical Mormon kid, seminary class president, all the...
Were you really?
Oh, yeah. I don't know why you're surprised about this. Deacon's quorum president, the priest quorum president, all
horrible.
this stuff.
My memory is horrible.
All the stuff that a good LDS kid could do, that was me.
Right on.
Till senior year, and then it just kind of went off the rails.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I just did.
Yeah.
And so for the next 20, 25 years, I was just living fancy free, I guess they call it.
I think we all go through some of that. Like me and my wife, I probably shouldn't say this, but we were probably inactive for 3-4 years or more. I don't know. It just church
I don't.
wasn't a priority in our lives. I don't. Probably
Yeah.
more in Jennifer's life than mine. I think I was the problem.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. I don't know why you can't talk about it. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my life. That was my life experience. And
Yeah.
I drank. I smoked weed. I 25 years. I was. It was a good run. It was a good ride.
It was a good run.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's parts that you wish you. In the end, now that I'm where I'm at,
Yeah.
and I'm going back to church, which again, I'm not saying that like it's some crazy thing. That's just my life path.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I always knew the church was true. I was
Yeah.
just doing something else. So
Yeah.
that part of it was never a question for me per se. I just made
Yeah.
bad decisions.
Yeah.
And fully known, it wasn't like I was on this thing of like, oh, I'm really struggling with doing this. I was like, oh, yeah, let's go do it. Let's do that. I just wanted
yeah.
to have fun, and that's
Yeah.
what I did. And
Right on.
so, yeah.
Was there something that, like, when you did start to make that move back to, like you said, I know you never questioned the truthfulness of what you believed
What I
in
believed, yeah.
your core, but was there something that kind of, I don't know.
The biggest part that drove me back to the church was partly because I was getting older, and partly because in my whatever struck me at that time, I was like, that this stuff is true. Like I know it.
Yeah.
I don't question it. It's like I said, that's never been my issue. I know
Yeah.
this is what I know for
Yeah.
myself.
Right.
So I needed to stand up and be like, okay, you got to stop. You got to put some effort into this at some point in your life. Like you need to do that. And also, my kids were getting older and starting to have the experiences of life.
Right.
Not everybody loves you, and all the heartache of a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just remember my parents, my family, that's what we did when I was a kid. We were LDS. We did all of it, the church, the studying, all of it, and it was great.
Yeah.
But what I had in me that my kids didn't was I knew my Savior, and I knew when I got into these bad places,
Yeah.
I just felt a little more peace just because I still knew who I was. Like I still knew who was in my corner, and I still knew. But also, when it got real dark and the real bad places,
Yeah.
I knew I could go to my Heavenly Father and get peace in a moment of not good, and I knew I could.
Yeah.
I needed my kids to know that place.
Yeah.
And they didn't, not from me. They did get stuff from my family, but it was always questioned to me, and I was never one to drive my kid. They would just see from my sisters and my brothers and their nieces and nephews, like you go somewhere, oh, this person's Mormon, so I should be able to go over and do this. And I would always tell them, I'm like, I don't care if they're LDS or not. I don't care. I just want you to be with good people. I need to know their parents. And it has zero to do with LDS, not LDS. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I just needed my kids to know where they could go.
Nice.
And that's still kind of my goal now, because it's parenting ain't easy for me, and I'm not good at it. So I'm hoping that in the end, my kids will one day just be like, yeah, Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ is real, and they are here for me.
Yeah.
Like that's what I need my kids to know.
Yeah. Right on.
So that was it.
Yeah.
I kind of had those thoughts. Maybe I was having those thoughts for a week or two. You would think it would be more over the 25 years or whatever. But then,
Yeah.
after the week or two, I called my brother-in-law one day, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to go back to church. I was like, so I started talking to him, and he was just like, what in the
What?
world? Because I was the guy, like, nobody saw that coming.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like
What?
literally the night before, I was drunk and stoned, and with a girlfriend of mine. Like that's how cold turkey I went. Like the next day, it was over.
Wow.
I called her up, and she was just like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's over."
What?
What? That's the way I do it. Sorry, I gotta go. And that was it. Went on the journey back.
You pulled the old, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
It's not you, it's
don't
me.
don't
It's
worry
me.
about it. You're super sweet.
Oh,
No, she was nice, and so
that's
it was
wild.
just 180 switch. August 2nd, August 3rd, 2020, right in COVID.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
You remember to the day.
yeah. It was a big day.
That's a big day.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Nice. That's pretty wild. Pretty wild. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I wanted to. And I don't know if you kind of grew up in the same. And I don't know if we should even talk about this, but I felt like when I was growing up in the area that we lived in, and maybe it was just my family, but now that I talk to people that have grown up also, as we're older and they look back, I almost felt like with my family, like we lived two different lives almost. Like we had our church family,
yeah,
and we were good LDS
yeah. That
family.
was your public persona.
And then back home,
Then we
it's
had
like
the home life.
it's like a whole different story. And as a kid growing up, you don't think too much of it, but at the same time, you're like, this is weird.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I don't know if that was part of what kind of drove me kind of the same way to just like, I wasn't real interested in being active, because
Yeah.
and I don't know if it's because I felt like that was a fake part of my life because of how we kind of grew up, I don't know if that makes
You're
any
like,
sense
how do
at
these
all.
two things jive together?
Right.
Because it
Right.
wasn't the same kind
It
of
wasn't,
thing.
yeah, it wasn't like we
Yeah,
weren't the same people at
that
church and at
wasn't-
home.
That wasn't my experience. Like,
Okay.
sure, there's some different things that went on. The first time I saw my mom teach, she taught my friends. I was like 11 or 12,
Yeah.
and she got up and taught, and was the persona she put on then
Yeah.
was definitely. I was like, I don't even know who this woman is. I've never seen this woman in my house because my mom she was by the books,
Nice.
and she'd light you up if you got out of line. That's the way we rolled. But I saw her
nice.
just kind and loving, and not. This is gonna come out bad on my mom. I'm not trying to come out bad on my mom. So there was that, but all my friends, like, they loved her. Like, she's the best. And she was that lady. I was like, man, that lady's great. I'm not real sure where my mom is, but I'm probably gonna get smacked when I get home for even having these thoughts of. But anyways, no. So that was a different experience. But now looking back and being with my parents right now, like, my parents lived how they taught.
Good.
That was not. I never had a moment of people. I've talked about that. I just talk about stuff with my brother-in-law, but anyway, we've talked about before. Like, he has a specific moment where he remembers for instance, Joseph Smith is a prophet. Like, he has this moment where he knows the date and the time, just like me with the other thing.
Yeah.
Of when this all clicked in his head, and he knew at that point it was true.
Yeah.
I don't have that time. I remember my earliest memory of reading scriptures as a family with my kid when I was 5, maybe. So this was still in Fallon.
Yeah.
So 4 or 5, but I remember, I guess that's my moment because from that point on, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, this is legit.
Yeah.
Like just from,
Yeah.
I guess the way my parents' conviction was, but
Yeah.
I knew it was real to them. Like
Yeah. Right on.
they did not fake it.
Yeah.
It was real.
Good.
So
Good, good,
that's
good.
the way I
Yeah.
always knew it.
Yeah. 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 And maybe I'm misstating my perception of my growing up. I guess what the bigger issue was is nobody talked about like how things really were. Like it almost like it wasn't acceptable to tell people even, hey, I struggle with keeping the Sabbath day holy. We go out to eat on Sundays.
Oh,
And
Vance,
you know,
please let's
no,
shove that down. That's
that,
that's the way we rolled.
I think that's more of what the issue was is like nobody in our whole neighborhood, everyone would come to church on Sunday, everything's perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody,
Oh yeah. There's
and you
no
just
problems. You didn't talk about
never
your
talked
problems,
about,
dude. I got weirded out the other day because a guy, like our age guy, maybe a little younger,
yeah,
was like, I mentioned something about his haircut, and he was like, "Oh, well, I had a mental breakdown, and so I needed to do something that I had control over, and he cut his hair, right?" And I was like, "Oh, I was just gonna, your hair looks nice because you had this long hair and
Yeah.
whatever, and it's nice too.
right on.
I have no hair, so I have no room to talk." But anyways, just having him say that so open was weird to me for some reason. I was like, "Well, you don't just say that to people. Like, that's your own business, dude. Like,
You don't say
let's
it.
take it easy."
Yeah,
Yeah, that was not what we did when we were kids.
right.
You know what
right.
I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So even still, that's kind of weird to me. But it's
Yeah.
not because you should be able to do that stuff.
Right.
But it's just
Right,
so
right.
foreign in my mind. I
Yeah.
can't wrap my head around it.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to, yeah. I appreciate when people are more than happy to just tell you exactly,
I
and I appreciate it. Like, because even with myself, I tried always to just tell people, hey, this is who I am. I'm not like I'm not anywhere near perfect in any way. I got so many things
I
I
don't
struggle
think
with.
anybody is. That's
Right.
the beauty. The
But
beauty of it.
I just don't like putting that face on like on Sundays, like, oh, everything's fine.
Oh, I can never do
Everything's-
that.
Everything's fine.
I can never do that.
no,
And here's what
no.
I'm learning coming back to the church right now. Here's my
Yeah.
honest what I am learning because I could not when I was younger go to church doing the things that I was doing. Like I wasn't doing that for that reason. Like nobody's gonna call me a hypocrite because I walk into the church on Sunday. I would go when things were happening with family and things like that,
Right.
but never. That's the last thing I wanted to be was give the church a bad rep because I'm out at the bar on Thursday. So I just wouldn't go.
Yeah.
That was my line. Like either I'm all in or I'm all out.
Yeah.
And breaking that thought process down in my head since I've come back has been difficult because this time around, like I'm never going to be perfect.
Right. Right.
It's not going to happen.
Right.
And so I have to be able to do those stupid things and have to know I can repent
Absolutely.
like after that thing and still go to church.
Yep.
So my not going to church was never tied to people because I didn't care what people think because I know too many jerk off LDS people. Just like every other religion. Like,
Right.
it's not the religion, whatever religion it is.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's jerk off people around, and maybe I'm one of them to some people. So, whatever. I have to go because I'm trying to. That's my relationship with Christ,
Yep. Absolutely.
and I'm not going to break that down for anybody. So,
Right. Yeah.
I think that's another reason why I don't. If you ask me something, I'll tell you because I want you to. I don't. You can still think I'm a hypocrite if you want, but in my mind, I'm like, well, you already know this about me, so you know Like I'm
Yeah.
not this perfect thing, so I'm not coming here for you or for you or for you, and I'm jacked up, but I'm
Yeah.
still coming here because I need this connection.
Yep. Yeah. Right
I
on.
couldn't do that before.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Yeah. That's what I. Yep.
that's kind of my stage right now.
Right on.
But
I
that
like
didn't
it.
happen when I was a kid because nobody,
Yeah.
I really didn't, I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just a good kid,
Yeah.
which was a surprise for everyone.
Yeah. I know. It like. Yeah. So, for instance, and I don't know if, anyways, I I went on my mission. I came home early from my mission, and for my parents, that was like the worst thing that could possibly happen. And it was
M-
almost like,
Much harder then than it is now, which I appreciate also
right,
because these kids
right. No, no, but I'm just
don't,
saying because it was like almost like they were so embarrassed,
super taboo back in those
and you
days.
you
Yeah,
couldn't
super
talk about
taboo.
it. You couldn't just be up front with people and
No.
say, yeah, this is,
And you
yeah,
got to be nervous about
yeah.
what people think. You're like,
It's like, no,
yeah, super taboo thing back in those
yeah.
days.
So I'm glad that things are changing. That yeah, stuff can be more normalized. You know,
Yeah,
where
you have to
we're
deal
all,
with that stuff. But I also
yeah,
I think there's two sides of that too because
yeah,
like by staying out there, you also build a different part of a good life lesson. Yeah, I hate this thing,
yeah,
but I'm still gonna push it through. And
yep,
even if you're doing it
for
for your
sure.
parents, you're still learning. Like, hopefully, there's a lesson to be learned from that. Like, no, I
Yeah,
shouldn't just be doing this
yeah,
for somebody else. Like, I should be doing this for me.
yep,
So I think
yeah,
there's all kinds of lessons and
oh
angles
yeah,
of what you learn in these things. But
yep, for sure.
in the end,
Yeah,
I didn't go at all. It was
yeah,
never a thought in my mind. Like I had buddies leaving, and some, but you're like, how's that dude even? Like, man, I could not. I don't know what lies you're telling, dude, but I seen you. So that was a bad judgy thing on my part, but I wasn't going out like that. Like
yeah,
I knew what
yeah,
I was, and I told my dad. He's like, "What's going on?" I told him like,
yeah,
"Yeah, I can't be doing what I'm doing, and even
yeah,
talk like I'm going on a mission. Like that's silly." And so
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the way that went down.
yeah. Right on, right on. Well, awesome. Well, man,
I could tell you about fights. I could tell you about a lot of things, but I gotta leave a lot of people's names out because I can tell my own story. I don't want to get anybody else in trouble. I don't know. I assume the statute of limitations got to be up because I'm super old, but yeah, dude.
about fights that you were in
Yeah.
high school.
I used to fight after high school.
Oh, after
I
high
used to
school.
fight all the time, every
Really?
weekend. Yeah.
Is that why
Me
you
and
like? It's,
me and my buddies would go to concerts, and you go to rock concerts, and go to mosh pits, and you
oh,
fight.
and just
So we weren't just
okay,
randomly fighting people. Like
okay.
that was not fun. These were people that also wanted to fight.
Oh yeah.
We would just
Okay.
win a lot.
Wow,
But yeah,
that's awesome,
those are fun days.
man. I lived a pretty boring life, I think, compared to yours.
There's upsides and downsides both ways. I would never change my story
Right on.
because of the life experiences I had. That
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
tell people, and they just look at me like, "What in the heck? Like that can't even be real. Like it's ridiculous, a ridiculous story." But the problem with it is there's like people there that are like, "Oh yeah, no, I've seen it."
Yeah.
But anyway, but yeah, I've done a lot of interesting things. But I've also lost in retirement and having my kids set up like an old person should. I don't have all that stuff because that was never my focus at all at any point in time. I was just in that moment, and
Yeah.
that's what I saved for.
Nice. Oh yeah.
So, yeah, good life stories, fun time.
Heck
Wouldn't
yeah.
trade it, but now it's going to be a little tight in my old age,
Wow.
which is the way it goes. I'm
Yeah.
all right with
Right
that.
on. Right on.
Little trade. Some guys can do it both, and I'd make out that's not me. I only have the attention for one thing.
Nice. Nice. Well, right on. Awesome. Well, yeah, we might have to get together another time and go over some of those.
Yeah, maybe I'll have some people sign some clearances so I don't get in trouble. I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this was so long ago that we can't get in trouble. But it makes for a good story. My dad told me, you need to write a book. And I'm like,
Yeah.
nobody wants to read a book about that guy that they have no idea who he is.
Oh, yeah.
And he was just did crazy, stupid, sometimes a-hole things.
Yeah. No, people would read it. I'd read it for sure.
Yeah, there's some
that'd be
people. Like, if I got, like, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
not making any money on that one, Dad. Maybe maybe if we had actual video of it out of a VH camera,
Ooh.
we might be talking, but there was no phones back then, only pagers.
Oh, yeah. The old pagers. That was nice.
But yeah,
right on.
whenever you want or whatever you want to talk about, I'm in.
Okay. Well, right on. Well, thanks for sharing.
This ought to get dozens of views, tens of tens of
No.
views.
For my tens of 10 viewers that are watching. Dang
That's
it.
good.
No, thanks for coming and yeah, just sharing some about you and about your life, and
Yeah, it's good.
you're it's always been impressive to me to see you
Alive?
alive and as a single father. It's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but it's not it's not as daunting a task as you think.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well,
There's plenty of people do it that are way better than me.
no, I don't know about that, but
So,
anyways,
but yeah, it's good. Thanks for having me.
appreciate you. Thanks for coming by. So we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. We'll
Thanks
see
for
you next
joining
time.
us.